Greetings everyone! Today we are going to talk about the article Microplastics in the Coral Reefs and their potential impacts on corals, a mini review. To begin, a short introduction about coral reefs. Coral reefs are an underwater ecosystem characterized by reef-building corals. Reefs make up only 0.1% of the world's ocean area, however, they are a living space for 25% of all marine species. Indeed, they are really important for biodiversity maintenance and take place in global climate mitigation. They are really important for human activities too, as they represent a source of natural resources and grant a job to more than 275 million people. Moreover, they are a major protector of shores, breaking big waves and contrasting erosion. Sadly, these natural barriers are quite fragile and therefore really vulnerable to diseases and anthropogenic damage. For example, rapid climate change, water acidification, and ocean pollution. Plastic waste is consequently a serious threat. Data in 2018 showed that every year around 359 million tons of plastic were produced, due to overuse, mismanagement, and the typical short durability of plastic. This led to the total waste of 6,300 million tons from 1950 to 2015, 79% of which was put in landfills or in the environment, while every year more than 1 million tons of plastic are directly thrown into the oceans. Investigations in 159 reefs found 11.1 billion large plastic items in total, with an expected increase of 40% by 2025. These macroplastics increase susceptibility of diseases in corals from 4 to 89%, affecting more the corals with a complex structure than those with a simple one. Specifically, large items can cause abrasions and injuries to the coral and consequently help pathogen invasions. They also often carry foreign microbiological communities and disturb host-symbiont relationship. Microplastics can also act as a physical barrier for food and light, leading to polyp overgrowth as the corals tries to reach for food. This could seem helpful because the corals would grow faster, but it has side effects. The skeleton grows slower and the calcification is reduced too. Other threats come from the chemicals that are associated with the item and the alteration of the photosynthetic performance of the symbionts. The large items can also release tiny particles called microplastics. If you want to learn more about them, we discussed them in this video. In this case, microplastics are dangerous as due to their characteristics they bound and carry chemicals like heavy metals or organic pollutants. Moreover, the toxic additives they are composed of can leak in the environment. If that's not enough, microplastics can also carry colonies of microbiological communities. We still have to research more, but one experiment demonstrated that the coral Dispastrella pallida stores microplastics in his gut cavity. Although the majority of these particles are rejected during cleaning procedures in 1 to 2 days, some remain in the cavity and have a potential negative impact on the coral's health. Other studies showed that ingestion of microplastics affect corals' energetics, health and growth, leading to bleaching or even necrosis. As said before, we really have got to expand our knowledge in this sector. A study says that corals would rather ingest a clean particle than one which has a micropopulation on itself. Another says the contrary. However, as the corals used during the experiments were not the same, it has been demonstrated that different species of corals deal with plastics in different ways. For example, Asteroides calicularis can distinguish between food and plastic particles. Different types of plastic also have different impacts. For instance, Zoanthus sosciatus is more susceptible to PVC-type plastics than LDPE ones. Nanoplastics are an even more complicated topic. due to the lack of appropriate tools to measure their concentration, not many studies have been conducted. However, we know that nanoplastics are way more dangerous than microplastics due to their high toxicity and size, chemicals properties, and in vivo accessibility. In conclusion, we really have to start cleaning our oceans and research more about the effects of these tiny plastic particles on our beloved corals. Alright, I really hope you learned something new. I wish a fantastic rest of your day and bye bye.